What is up, YouTube Kingdom? I am BC King and welcome back to my playthrough of Phoenix Wright Aceattorney. We're on part 7, I believe. So, we're still on the last episode. We're on day 2 investigation, so let's get right into it. And I think we left off with, what did we leave off on? It was, we found like there was a cloth in the muffler of the car or something. I don't remember. But, alright, here we go. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 o'clock p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. Oh, right, he died in 2 separate places, apparently. That's kind of weird, but, alright. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're gonna find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-brimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. Okay, are they like X-ray glasses? You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. Oh, right, the oil drum. I still think that maybe she did it. I don't know. That's why I love doing this so far, is because, like, I love just, debating who I think did the crime and, like, why they did it, what their motive is. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum would wash it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? The situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Let's give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look. I'll let you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Oh, God. Hello. Now we're playing the virtual boy. To test for a blood reaction, to spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press the A button to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. Okay. So, let's see. Do I just spray everywhere I can until I find something? Okay. Oh, hello. Is that blood? I can see your eyes shining behind those glasses. So is this a bloodstain? It's so... Emma, you're shaking. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. You never cut yourself as a kid? Not like that. I meant like, you like a scrape on your knee or something. You never seen your own blood? Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know this is the bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course? What's odd about this, scientifically? The bloodstain's location? Why, the bloodstain's location, of course, it's elementary. Huh? Why is that elementary? I mean, I would think that if there was a fight, you'd expect some bloodstains here. I suppose you might think that. Come on, Mr. Wright, we're all counting on you. There is something odd about this bloodstain, but if it's not the location of the blood, then maybe it's the amount of blood that's odd? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. That is true. If there was a murder, there probably would have been more blood than that. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain, okay? See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy, too. I saved up all my allowance to buy that. Alright, luminol testing fluid. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. But let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah, it feels like we're really investigating the crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spread on anything suspicious. Ha! Up her again. Wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! You really trust your own eyes, hmm? Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of bleeding doesn't really get my mouth watering. Alright, today's trial. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry, you lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Ah. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? Star? So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me the Cop-Out Queen. Ah, I mean, we already knew that, right? I think. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go? Or fired? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. If these permanent proper prosecutors didn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. The SL... We're bringing this up again? Oh, this is a turnaround. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... Excuse me? That just changes everything. Was she involved in that case too? Huh. Did I present her with something? Oh, okay. Should I be reading that or no? I don't know if I, Okay, let's go to... Police Department entrance, maybe? It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. Detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid in an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. So wait, we can go in? Criminal Affairs Department, guard station. Okay. What the hell? Oh, this is that cowboy's place, right? I see the cowboy hat, the shirts, the cactus. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime? It sure seems that way. Maybe he committed the crime. I don't know. That's a possibility. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, you stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got cameras. It says recording. Ah, yeah, we can see you went in and out. Interesting. Got some shirts. A punchy, a paunchy, a pinchy, a poochie. Poncho? Yeah, okay. Cactus. Apparently cactus is edible. Like, you can eat, like, grilled cactus. Never had it before. Encased in a cold, ridgy shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. Not so sure I see the resemblance. Also, what was that song just playing? It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. Alright, we got the cowboy hat. Let's see, computer. Oh, we already looked at that. Texas. This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. I mean, you could just step over it, right? It looks short enough. Alright, what is this rope over here? Oh, it's a lasso. My bad. I know my cowboy terms. Oh, it's a trap. Oh, wait a minute. That might be a piece of evidence, maybe. But the lasso... Huh? No, I'm pretty sure they try to catch the criminal. Possibly. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Okay, so we can't go in there yet, I assume? Alright, let's see. Examine... Oh, okay, hold on. Police... Okay, I think we're maybe done. Oh, wait. I think we can go see Gumshoe. Maybe he'll, let us in. Everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Ugh, it makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you should. You sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. Doesn't look like anyone's gonna help us much either. Alright, so we move into the detention center. No. Examine. Tell no one outside the police department. Okay. Should we move to a detention center? Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning. Hope detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in two places at the same time? Can you imagine? How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Did Mr. Gant say they arrested a suspect in the police department murder? Let's come back later. Okay. I don't know where to go then. Underground parking lot, maybe? Oh, wait, hold on. What if I move to, yeah, High Prosecutor's Office? Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday, and I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. Hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. See, I'm thinking I have to give Miss Star something. I just don't know what. I could try different things. What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note, Goodman was the head detective of on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over, not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Alright, let's see. Hold on. Maybe this? No? What should I give her that relates to the SL9 incident? see. This? What do you think about this? The AC-9 incident, it's written on that oh, and on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case. Oh, wait, is this the same dialogue? Well, she's not gonna tell me about it. I don't know. Okay, I have no idea. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to... Do I even need to give her anything? You think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room, but even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's why I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were. 5 minutes worth of problem, Miss Star. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't gonna have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? Hmm? Oh, here we go. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable to who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. Oh, okay. Oh, there's Goodman, the cowboy dude, and then, her, I assume. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Damn. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any clearer than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Excuse me. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself, one other person you know well. Wait, could it be... Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail, Officer Jake Marshall. Oh wait, is he the, he's the cowboy, right? As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SO9? There was another side of the case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. The Star's old boyfriends, how many does she have anyway? I do wonder that myself, like how many does she, fancy? Just when all the detectives in SL9 disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie. What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Oh, Officer Marshall, okay. Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. Okay, now I really think that she framed, Sky. Because if Marshall was maybe dating Sky, and she was jealous, I think it might be coming together. I don't know, it's just a theory, I don't know, it might not be true. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to the rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Okay. I guess we gotta go find him? Let's see. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Please! Huh, wasn't that... One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We caught our criminal, and now we just need evidence. The criminal, you mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? So wait, who could this guy be, you think? Also, Gan is still a suspect in my opinion. He could have been the killer. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch, pronto. Sitting around here talking is gonna fill my belly. But wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. You went off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Okay, so I guess we'll go there first then? Right? Maybe? Now let's go. We're already here. Let's go to the guard station. Or actually, oh. I guess he's not here. Never mind. Okay. I guess we're gonna go to the detention center. Here we go. Let's see who our criminal is. Watch it be Marshall or Gant. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Ween! What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. The cop from the prosecutor's office? He's the suspect? Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth the... Yeah, we saw him, right? He's a... Officer Meekins. So you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir. How should I say this? Wait, he isn't... Is he? You... Officer Meekins, you didn't... Did you? Approach Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. I love that pose. Here, I'm gonna keep this pose while I talk to him. Sir, I'm patrolling with criminal affairs, sir. Sir! Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. Okay, here. I'm only doing it when he does the pose. I had some business that day, sir, so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room? That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. What the hell was that? What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. Oh, maybe, She's getting framed, for sure. A bandage on his hand, like, just like Miss Sky. But it's his left hand this time. Get another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as the perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that. Ah, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know of the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department, devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Alright, what about his bandaged hand? Let's see this. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do. Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. He pointed a knife at you? And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I saw gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared, so it was moved. I did predict that. That's some story. Alright, should we give him something? Maybe? That's for Marshall, right? Let's see. Is this the knife? Off speak, this is for you. Oh, scared of knives? Okay, never mind. Oh wait, I was an apple, sir, in my dream, sir, and I was being peeled. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. Do we give him anything else, maybe? Oh, is this Edgeworth's knife? Oh, okay, my bad, sorry, Jesus. Oh, wait, hold on. Nope, not that, hold on. Maybe I could show him the, this? I don't know. Ask Edgeworth. Okay. Hey, why do you have that? That's from the day it was taken at the prosecutor's office. The day Detective Goodman's body was found in the trunk. So this means I'm a free man, innocent. This is a dream, sir. Then I hope I never wake up. This is a dream. You'd better wake up right now. Okay, let's go back to, hold on. Wait, where is it? Maybe, no, not here. Where is it? This one. Alright, can we go here? No? Okay, maybe we do have to give him something then. I don't, I still, like, this is my least favorite part of, like, the game so far, is that you have to, like, go to certain spots to get to other spots. Like, why can't there be one, like, fully connecting map or something, you know what I mean? It's kind of frustrating. Alright, I'm pretty sure I have to give him something, I don't know. Alright, he knows nothing. Maybe this? Nope. Do I just test everything? Nope. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey, that's it, sir. That's it. That's it. That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct, that card. The card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. Better pry into this one a little deeper. Alright, why is this card a piece of... Or why... What? Did they stab with the card or something? I'm confused. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. Oh, here we go. I didn't know, Goodman was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he was suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. Why though? Maybe he thought he was gonna get like arrested or something? Do unto the others as, or do unto to others before they do unto you. My own father's word, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. Reason for arrest. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim whom he met at the scene of his crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir, on that day at that time. Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there. It's me. It's on tape. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks. I have my own. Well, I guess I better go check out the crime scene. Okay, now we can go in there, right? Alright, let's go. Criminal affairs. Oh, wait, hold on. What's this? Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the chief of detectives desk. I can't talk today. It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all, You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, under... Oh, okay. Can you slow down a little bit? Behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The chief of detectives looks a little flustered. Aha! Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh ho ho! Chief Gant reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Alright, let's talk to him. Is Edward gonna be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little how do you say that word? Inquiry? A committee with them. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? Doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? Oh, yep. This was a really good case. Bon Karma. Alleging he was undefeated in his 40-year career, but in court you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, or on what that... Oh my god, I can't read. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. But what? Evidence room incident. It sounded right odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf, too, I mean. There being the prosecutors, I assume? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? No, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. In this particular, well, it's a little sensitive and I can't talk about it. Wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets, can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keep the detective's trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier? Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Okay, maybe I could give him something? I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Oh, okay. Gumshoe, or the dancing blue badger, okay. Maybe this? Nope. Do I move now? Okay, here, let's go in here. Move, criminal, or wait, guard station. Oh, right, wait, I need to get someone's permission to get in there, right? Okay, hold on. I'm pretty sure I have to give him something, right? Maybe we can give him... Okay, not this. Huh. I don't know what to give him. It's gotta be something, right? Yeah, I don't know. I guess nothing. I don't know. Okay, well I guess that's it for that. Nothing more to talk to him about. I guess we gotta go somewhere else then. Detention center? Maybe? I don't know. Underground parking lot? Nope. Maybe High Prosecutor's office? Nope. God damn it. Maybe back here? What to do? Well, where should we begin? Isn't it obvious? We should begin with that, you know, that thing. Mystery of the victim, I guess. How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in 2 places simultaneously? Oh, well, you see, we should go to the police department. The evidence room, was it? I'm not being very useful here, am I? No, you're being very helpful. Any ideas? Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Alright. There was that business with him not reading the officer's report. Ah, about the killing at the police department. Alright, right. The chief of police was right about that, but I can't help but think. Someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. Okay, so it's definitely police department then, right? It says we need to, like, discreetly ask him or something. I don't... I might need help. Hold on. Criminal affairs. Hold on. If I just know, like, what I need to do... Hold on. Oh! Okay, here, hold on. Examine. Here. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? We'll see over there. That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. It took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. Okay. You can always bring it to the chief of police. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Alright, I'm guessing we gotta show him this then? Let's see. I was wondering if could you take a look at this? Sorry, Righto. I'm through with the... Oh, okay. Wait, where is Goodman's desk? Is this his desk? Okay. It's not there. Is it over here? Wait, it said we gotta get the report, right? Oh, talk to Gan again. My bad, sorry. Here we go. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright would ask me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50, I give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It just goes to show you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, it's the detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, it's an honor. You just want to do your best now. Later, folks. Alright. Heh, it looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go to the evidence room now, sir. I think this place has a bad influence on the girl. Alright, so we gotta go police department, guard station, and then we gotta use, let me see. Can we do this? The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha, the card reader is turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina sky so gray? Ah, there he is. Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What's that why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here is my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw! Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. It looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. Or hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. I was wondering if we could talk to you. Sorry, Bambina, but I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on a wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading the 6-shooter, I say a little prayer. Grark. What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was too hungry to talk. Oh, right, we had the steak, right? You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. You had no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. Well, good thing I got, some for you, Mr. Cowboy, sir. I got you a little Salisbury steak. That smell. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Okay. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask munch, anything. Smack. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Alright, let's press him for questions. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? Got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. That poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli that sneak in next to your steak, you know? Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the S9 incident with the Star, aren't you? Now it's my case. It's all solved in the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard of the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as 2 days ago. 2 days ago, the day of our case. That's right. The evidence transferals. Edward was talking about the transferals too. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? Must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, being machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest one to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're a security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Oh, okay. This is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen a number before. Oh, was it Goodman's number? Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Transferal. Sorry, I keep thinking that Phoenix is Marshall sometimes. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? I forgot the accent, sorry. So what happens to the evidence after after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call a transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever, dead. Never to be reopened again, never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Alright, let's get in this. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us the ID card record again. Oh yeah, there it is, 5:14 p.m. Look, the 4th number, it's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing, suddenly he pointed a knife at me. Maybe it wasn't Goodman then. Or maybe it was, I don't know. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed the knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Okay. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. That's a good idea. We done talking here? Alright, should we go through here? No clues here. I turn on the card reader. Go have yourself a ball, Barners. And I have the ID card, a real ID card. Let's get this investigation started already. Alright, here we go. To the evidence room. Ooh, okay. Oh, what are those? Those look kind of cool. They're like little lockers? Or like safes or something? It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. This is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Hello, Gumshoe. Eek! Whoa! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts in the head, pal. So is it true what I heard? Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Okay. Yeah, it's true. It's the Chief of Police Gant. Will loan anyone 50 bucks? Even me? Of course, that's all you care about. Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for it. Now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Evidence room floor plans, okay. Let's see. So Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day? That's right, it's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in there too, Detective Gumshoe? Haha, of course. I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open. Alright, Edgeworth. I always believe in Mr. Edgeworth no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The S9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. I mean, we already solved it though, right? It was all Von Karma. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Well, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The clock for each locker is put with a fingerprint. Oh, hello. The only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, you get shocked? If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Okay. And it only lights up when it's open. Alright, so let's see what we got over here. Let's do some, actually, wait, let's go here first. Alright, so we got lockers. Hey, pal, our security is high-tech around here. Alright, what is... Okay, wait, whose is this? Looks like a shirt? Okay. Opened recently, how do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Well, sounds like Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. Like, hanging out like, But he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat, or under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Alright, what is this, like? It's like a car door with handcuffs on them? Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. I mean, that could be, like, evidence, I don't know. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. Got a fishing pole. Oh, this is the stuff he gave us for, that one case, right? Yeah. Yeah, Gourd Lake. And then, what is this? It's a bug sweeper. Okay. What does a bug sweeper do? Alright, what do we got here? We got some paint. Oh, this is where the crime scene happened? Okay. Ooh, blood. What's this? Blood. It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use her testing fluid to check it out. Alright, let me first examine the rest of this stuff. I'm curious. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Gumshoe perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The S09 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of S09 evidence. Take a closer look. Wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Ha, good luck, pal. It's no job for amateurs. Well, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. A little minigame? Okay, I'm down for this. Let's see. I'm gonna guess... Oh, shoot. Maybe it's not... Nope, okay. Okay, it's not that. Oh, I gotta rotate stuff. Okay, hold on. So, I think this is it? Yep, okay. What could this be? Is it this? Oh, I got it! Nice! Okay. Doing good. Huh. Okay, I think it might actually be... No... No, it's not that. Okay, it's not that. Oh, it's probably this. Yeah, okay. We're getting somewhere. This looks like... I don't think it's that. Oh, no, hold on. Oh, got it, okay. And then... No, it's not that. Is it this, maybe? No? Okay. Oh, it's clearly this, right? Yeah. This is kind of fun. This should be... It's very curved, so it's probably... Okay, no, it's not that. Hold on. Oh, is it this? Oh, okay. And then... This is the last part, right? Nice! Okay, so we're missing... It's still kind of broken, but... Okay. Fun little minigame. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. My problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, this looks like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Okay. Let's keep examining. What is this? Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit. That locker is coated with Goodman's fingerprint. Goodman's locker? Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Alright, we got a little glove here. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Oh, S09 on it. I see the tag there. Gumshoe, maybe? They could be out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know. I mean, S09 does have a tag on it. Okay, extremely thin rubber glove. Alright, what is this paint here? What is this saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? Well, you might say this is my studio. Here, in the evidence room? Okay. Let's see. There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. Okay, I think we're done examining, right? We can probably, get to work on finding some bloodstains. Oh, hold on, let's go back. Okay, so, examine... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get this out. Here we go. We have a lot of evidence. This is crazy. At least this is the last episode. I don't know if they can make it even bigger than this, so thank God we're gonna be done after this. Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing. That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. Wait. Spray to use. Wait, can we use this? Wait, how do I use this? I don't want to talk to Gumshoe, I want to use it. Examine. Hold on. Yeah, so how do you... Oh, here we go. Okay, hold on. Can I do this? Spray to use. Oh, okay, you gotta press X. Okay. We're good. Okay, we already have that though, right? I knew it. This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker, it's mine. It's yours. Please, you have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Alright, so, let's see if we got anything else here. Oh, I see blood. That's a lot of blood over there, looks like. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien? This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Well, you're dumb. It's blue because we're, like, in, like, ultraviolet mode or something, or whatever. I don't fucking know. Alright, nothing here. I think we might be done? Potentially? You know, the floor over here? Okay, yeah, I think we're good. Alright, cool. So now what? What can we do? Present. Rubber glove. Wait, hold on. You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents. Note, the police department lacks faith in its lock system. After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. What else do I gotta do here? I think we're done, aren't we? Is this it? Oh, okay, present the, hold on. Present Goodman's note. This? Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Okay, what else can I give him? Maybe this? Nope. Maybe this? Oh, here we go. Take a look at this. This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. I heard the rumors, so it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? Okay, interesting. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Huh. Now that was a bloody, violent case. Violent, so it was a murder? A serial killing. A serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. The killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. This was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Goodman was the detective in charge of the S9 incident, see? So that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? What now? Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car and stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. That's Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax. It's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number, too. Scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to? Gumshoe, rebel against the system. Alright, I'm gonna go try to find Edgeworth, actually. I'm gonna see if he's back at the office. Okay, he's not here. God, I don't... Where else can I go? Am I missing something at the evidence room? Maybe? Let me see. Guard station. Evidence room. I might be missing something, I don't know. Presents. Goodman's lost item report. Evidence room floor plans. Okay, I don't know. I need help. I don't know. Okay, so we did the ID card record, right? We did the puzzle piece thing. Okay, Okay, so wait, Gumshoe's supposed to leave, apparently? But he's not leaving, though. Oh, we're missing one! Hold on, wait. Wait, we're missing we gotta do one of these again. And it says use it on... We didn't do this yet, right? Wait, maybe this one? Oh, I missed it. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if you put out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow 50 bucks from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans. Hey pal, look at the time. Was something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to give them my report for the day. Also, what is that restaurant page? Might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Okay, now we can go see him, right? Alright, so let's go... underground parking lot. Here we go. Oh, the bellboy. Ah, yes. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Right. He is the hotel bringing tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Alright, let's talk to him about the inquiry committee. So how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Alright, tomorrow's trial. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Gann. Or Chief of Police Gann. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still, well, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Alright, we gotta show him this court record, right? Or the ID card thing. Oh, right, I better check this now. As I was saying, what's this? Record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went to the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Well, why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gann, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The Chief's never wanted to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Okay, we got a screwdriver. AI-16? AI? Is this some like an AI case? Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Well, we don't know that yet. Okay, is this it? Let's see. Goodman's lost item report. ID 59. Item lost is, blank. For some reason. Oh, Okay, hold on. My best evidence. Alright, what about, oh, SL9, maybe? No? I don't know what to give him. It's not this. This? Maybe Goodman's lost item report? Wait, what if we try finding blood here? Maybe, right? I could try doing that. What is this? Why is there blood? What? It looks like some blood is dripped down here. Judging by the amount, my guess is from a nosebleed. A nosebleed, hmm? Maybe in his wrath, Mr. Edgeworth slapped someone for their incompetence. Why does Gumshoe's face come to mind? Is this supposed to be, like, evidence for us, though? Because, like, I don't know. Alright, guess it didn't really do anything. I don't know what to... Oh! Wait, I skipped something. You're the man who revived the worst memory in my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Wait, hold on. Let me see, I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the S9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. Okay, so, never mind. It's not relevant, I guess. Parking lot floor plans, Edgeworth's knife. Crap, I don't know what to give him. Alright, fuck it, I'm looking. The ID card record. Oh, wait, hold on. We have to talk to him. Here. I keep forgetting to, like, hit talk after I give him a piece of evidence. Here we go. Allegations of forgery. The S9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was Deputy Chief of Police at the time, Damon Gann. That wacky old coup was involved in the case 2 years ago, too, then. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is, why was the Deputy Chief of Police in the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't... Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I would do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Gumshoe as well? Okay. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Oh, okay. This might be, okay. Let's go, underground parking lot, back to the evidence room. Here we go, guard station, evidence room. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence rock, and oh my god, I can't talk. In this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? How about this one? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. I mean, clearly the thumb's the best one, right? Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Alright, this one. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First we hold on, sorry, excuse me. Okay, first we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With the A button, see? Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With the X button. I'm guessing on the DS you have to actually blow it on the mic, right? Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. Might take some getting used to, though. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. Guess I better give it a try. Okay, so... let's see. Dust... blow... Am I doing it? Wait, how do I do this? Wait, hold on. How do I do this? Oh, okay. Is this working? Oh, okay, here we go. So he's gotta like tap around until we get and then we gotta just hit X, okay. Got it. There we go. It's a big thumb. Okay, I think we're maybe... Huh, what are we missing? We missing something? Is this good enough? Okay. This is the clearest print though, right? The thumb's like the one that's fully there. Oh, here we go. You found one. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? It think it means. Okay, they probably misspelled that. Or, like, bad grammar. We're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. It's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Oh yeah, there is one here, looks like. Let's see. Oh, okay, we got something. Okay. What is this? Hello? Whose print do you belong to? Or whose finger is you? Alright, let's like go all around and then we'll just blow it all off. There we go. Yay, a print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth, and point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would he most likely find in this evidence locker? Okay. Let's see. Damon Gant. Let's see. Compare. This is kind of cool. No match found. Okay, so it's not him. Isn't obvious? The bloody handprint. Okay, I know. The owner of this evidence locker. Something wrong? I was just thinking, if you're so sure who it is, why don't you match the fingerprints? Mr. Wright, I was doing this for your benefit so you'd learn. Fine. Let me think. Who could have left these prints? Okay, so let's see if we can find a good match here. Oh, Gumshoe, right? Yeah. Yep. Look at that. Match found. I mean, we knew it was his locker, right? Aha! See, these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess it's probably because I was thinking, so what? Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Oh, yes there is. Yes there is. It's over here. Let me see. Alright, so how do we have to use this, right? Okay, let me see. Oh, do we have to use the thing first? Hold on. Do we gotta spray it again? Alright, well, it's not... Why is it not showing up, then? It won't show. Okay. How are we supposed to use this? I don't... Hold on. Examine. This is where we got a little fluid reaction, right? Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this? There go our eyes sparkling again. Alright, check for prints. Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Alright, well, let's see if we can do this. Maybe? Maybe this one? No? How? What the? What? It won't work. Okay. So maybe not this then? What if we examine this one again? What if there are other handprints? Okay, there's probably some handprints around, right? Let me see. Yeah, let's use the spray again. Okay, nothing there. Is there anything over here? Maybe over here on this stuff? No? I don't know. What am I missing? Oh, wait, hold on. We gotta examine this again, it looks like. Wait, hold on, huh? Okay, so it is this then. Hold on. This is so confusing. Hold on. So we are supposed to be doing this then, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Check for prints. Okay. Let's see if we can. I don't know, like, nothing's working. Oh, here we go. Wait, there's something. Okay. Oh, we got a fingerprint, okay. This might be our revealing piece of evidence, right? See. Alright, who could this belong to? Let's see if we can get a good match here. Oh, that's an exact match. Jake Marshall? Huh? Match found. Why was he here? The fingerprints, whose are they? Whose? Is this someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. This is decidedly different from Gumshoe's prints. The luminal reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a white bloodstain. But why would Officer Marshall... Looks like our investigation has finally turned up some results. This is very interesting. That now we got Gumshoe and Marshall potentially as suspects. Huh. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. To be continued. Okay, well, it's time for the trial. Let's do it. This will be our last game for the day, I'm pretty sure, because we're, like, already halfway through. Save your progress up to this point, yes. Okay, now, normally I would do, my little promotion here, but, there's a reason why I'm not, and I can't really say right now, but, yeah. But anywho... Alright, trial former. February 24th. So what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Hi, Lana. Lana. Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. Hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind the simultaneous murder, they wouldn't see capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana, don't tell me you... Much you might regret. I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Sky. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Bloodstained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. Alright, here we go. My favorite part of the game is doing these cases. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Defense is ready. Prosecution is, I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. That's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow, this is one messed up trial. You're telling me. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. That's what Mr. Edgeworth's party sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. That's supposed to be an admirable trait? Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edward, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect, you mean the so-called murderer? So the cop, right? Oh boy, things are getting wild from the get-go. Oh man. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I'm Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir. No, that's what you're accused of, not your occupation. So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You gotta believe me, sir. Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is, sir, I'm what you call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I'm a part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. Alright, time for our first testimony. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed to the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. Which officer? So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto the others as before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir. I see, then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir, he knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense begins its cross-examination. Well, I need to hear more info to work with. Alright, we gotta keep pressing him. I might need a lot of help on this one because there's a lot of evidence here I gotta present, and it's gonna be a long case, so we'll see. Alright, let's press him here. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes, now there's a scary thought. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir, the lovely police mascot created by the chief detective, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. I see. Sounds like a very important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? There it is, I found it. This is the one right here. Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir, it's 4989596. I see. Huh, but number 4989596. It's shown as being used twice. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. I see, so it was during that second time when... Yes, sir, that was when I spotted them in on the security screen. Okay. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir. A knife. Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, you looked as surprised as I was. You weren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be... When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. I fought for my life, then I did it. What exactly do you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife. I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. I see. You must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew... Yes? He punched me right in my face, sir. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. Woke up crying tears of pain. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins? With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gann delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The Chief? Delivered it? What is that, a videotape? Yes, sir, that's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room. Objection! Oh boy. What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. It looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us a video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Are we gonna actually see it? Oh, okay. We're seeing actual video, no like 2D stuff. Okay, so there's the Blue Badger. It's actual 3D video. Wow. Okay, so there's Goodman. There's his locker. Glove fell out. And then here's Meekins. Oh! Okay. Alright, we're not seeing anything. Does the camera have to pan like this? Just keep it on them. Okay, he's unconscious. So we saw, yeah, he did pull out a knife. I think he like stabbed him in the face or something. And then Meekins was like grappling him. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire Criminal Affairs Department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? I'm surprised they actually included that, like, that whole video. Yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter, someone in the evidence room, and some sort of, activity did take place. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, witness's testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir, as you wish, sir. Alright, the Mystery Man. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no questioning that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do so. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective that it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Alright, very well. Cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. I'm trying to think of like what he's saying that could be a lie. Tell me, were we able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife? Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe I would be classified as the latter? The latter? But you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you were the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh, yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see. Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. Still, I'm sure it was him. I bet my badge on it. But you don't know that for sure, do you? Never actually saw Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it. Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or... Meekins! Eek! Having been shown a questionable video at best, we're not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir. You claimed the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you were positive it was him. He opened the locker, which required the fingerprint. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all the kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. Wonder what kind of methods he's tried. If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir, and this too. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria, sir, they keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. You ain't got a girlfriend, shut up. For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. So it must be no one else could have unlocked it. Unless it was someone of, like, high authority who could, like, I don't know. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video, the man's face. Sir, if I may say something, sir, please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. Because we're trying to know if it's him? I mean, it was his hand that opened that fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's take the court record again. Is there a problem with the security video? I mean, there's gotta be, right? Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction? Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. You would want me to point it out. Very well, proposal accepted. Let us further respect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. Gotta point out a problem in the video? This is the first time I've ever had to do that. You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is a contradiction that indicates that it may not be Detective Goodman? Okay. So we can pause, rewind, fast forward. Okay. Alright, glove. Huh. Here comes Meekins. So yeah, we can't see his face at all. Oh, wait, the blood splatter. Wait a minute. Wait, rewind. There's a blood splatter on the coat. The same coat that Emma was wearing, or yeah, or Sky was wearing, right? Lana Sky? The thing that's strange about this video would have to be, this? Hold on a second, I need to use my eye drops. Oh, I don't get it. Would you mind if I borrowed your eye medicine? Play the video again? Very well, let's try this again. Okay, hold on. Are you serious? It wasn't that? How is it not that? Hold on. There's no way. There's a blood splatter on it. Huh? I don't understand. Okay, hold on. So let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, rewind, hold on. Right there. The light's already on. Thing that's strange about the... Oh, wait, what? Are you serious? Am I just being dumb? Oh my god. Alright, hold on. Hold on. Do I have to, like, do it at just the right frame? That's so dumb. How am I supposed to know that? Oh, this. It's our... Okay, hold on. I don't understand. Return to cross-examination? Wait, play video again. Am I just doing this wrong? I don't get it. Okay, it says before Goodman walks over to the left side, look at Goodman's locker. It's lit up, presented. Locker was lit, that means it was open. Goodman's locker was already open. Then wants you to show why, he's aiming the tape again. Okay, so present the glove falling out. I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? Turn to cross-examination? Wait, hold on. Okay. Yes, sir. My duty as a police officer to help the lost, sir. Great, now they think I'm lost. His face can't be clearly... Okay, hold on. So, okay, so we have to do the video then. But, like, it's not working. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my god. I feel so dumb because, like, I know what I'm supposed to do, but I don't know how to do it. Okay, so okay, so look, we're right here. It's already open. The light's already on. So how is this not evidence? Wait, hold on. Oh wait, maybe my cursor has to be on it. Hold on. Present. That's why my cursor wasn't on it. Oh, I'm so stupid. The thing that has that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins. Sir, do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Yeah, see, it's already on, so somebody already opened it. Then the glove fell out. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind a little earlier. Can it go any faster? Like, seriously? It's already open. Here, notice the light? What's this? It's already lit. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Ah! Order, order. What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know, it must have broken down. Of course I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouth shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes, why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor? Something jam the sensor. The glove! Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video. Yeah, I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage. Very well, let's check the video once more. The locker wasn't locked. Okay, oh, didn't get to read that. Okay, fast forward. Yeah, the glove, right? Because the glove fell like the moment he opened it. I'm guessing the glove was probably... Yeah, see, look. The glove was probably... Okay, wait, hold on. Mm-hmm. That looks weird from this angle. It's like there's like a body in there with like the hand hanging out. Alright, present. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. So I nailed that, right? It had to be the glove, like, because I'm pretty sure the way to do that is just jam the glove in there and then it can open. Mm-hmm. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall and roll great distances when I open my car door, sir. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? Yeah, I think that Marshall might be the actual killer then. I think he put on Goodman's coat and, like, was trying to impersonate him. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me. But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. Well, we have a thin rubber glove, don't we? It's thin. And rubber, electricity, you know? It would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator, but at the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? Let's see. Let's look at the glove again. Extremely thin. Rubber. I think this is it. I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SO9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. That isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir. Order, order, order. So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. It feels weird, like, the fact that he's, like, helping me now. He's no longer just against me. He's actually trying to help me solve this case, so it's like, you know, he's on the other side of the case, he's the prosecutor, but, like, he's helping me. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir, me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? Very well, begin your testimony. Okay, so apparently we got one more testimony, then we're on to the next part, so let's see. Mystery Man 2. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. An ID card record? I see. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 514 is that of the victim. But someone else could have used it, right? Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, that is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon. Right, I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination. Alright, we gotta find a contradiction here. So unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory sign, sir. Couldn't he just use his right hand for that? Let's hear him out fully. As you've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second. Alright, we got the ID card. Is that card hanging from your neck one of these ID cards? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuff, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. What if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID card chokes me. Maybe I should just leave this one alone. At any rate, each police officer only has one ID card. Well, the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this. See with your testimony. Alright. There's a record of it. Let it be noted that this is the record of the witness, or the record the witness referred to. Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Goodman. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. So it is, Your Honor. Not that prosecutor again. Maybe he's behind all this. Being the prosecutor, he could hide the evidence. Mommy, is that man in blue a murderer? Shh, don't stare at him. You got the wrong color. Or did I read that right? I don't know. It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today. I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked me to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked? Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this. You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we've got. At the time of the crime, okay. Let's see. An hour and a half of 4 p.m. Wound was caused by a 4.5, okay. Between 4 o'clock and 5:30. Maybe it's this? Nope. Ah, here we go again. I was doing so good. Found at prosecutor's office crime scene. Ooh. That's why it wasn't found. Yeah, we found it at the prosecutor's office, not that evidence room. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. Lost item report? Oh, of course that's what he's looking for. That's what was missing on the line there, his ID card. It's only half completed, but it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess, you believe this something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Goodman was not carrying his card. Order, order. So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. And it must have been Marshall, right? Or Gumshoe, because their blood prints were both found in the evidence room. Order, order, order. Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. But bravo? Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. What's he up to? That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is... well, I guess that's right. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed contented to be pointing your finger around. This isn't gonna end well. Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime could only take place in one location, the underground parking lot, at the prosecutor's office. The murderer being Miss Solana Sky, the defendant. Okay, now he's against me. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness. Observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Ah! Okay. Alright, I think we're now on to, trial ladder, right? Let's see, hold on. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Solana... What do I do? Am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Object to this? Okay. Objection! One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. So one still could have taken place, though, right? We just can't see it. We see him knocked unconscious, but where's Goodman's body at? Right? We can't see Goodman's body on the ground. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Mr. Wright, do you mean... Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh? Who do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. Prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testified. What is his or her name? I believe it's this guy. Officer, Jake Marshall. Why him? I can't let Edward know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. Prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. Okay, so that's it for trial former, as it says here. Alright. Let's see. Oh, Lana, hello. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out. I haven't figured anything out. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Oh, sorry, Gumshoe. Wait, Gumshoe, what is it? You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey, oh, okay, calm down. I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky. That's okay, so have you brought what I asked? Oh, oh. Jesus. You mean this, right? My apologies, detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SO9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SO9 incident? But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case. Miss Sky was a witness? Files for the Joe Dark killing, solved 2 years ago. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders. Oh, what? Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma, but why? Why is your name in here? What? My name's in there? I don't know, unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this S9 incident, is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark? No, Lana. That's over with. No! Emma, wait! She ran away. You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gam, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. Let's get a good look at this file. Who is Joe Dark, though? That's what I'm wondering. Also, how long is this gonna be? Okay, we can probably do this today, right? Okay. We'll try getting it done right now. And then we're gonna end on this, I think. So let's do trial ladder, and then we'll end off for the day. That sounds good. Alright, we're gonna hear a testimony from Marshall, right? Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Emma didn't come back. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of the guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. He's just drinking. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Before we do that, though, let me look at the thing we just got. I'm curious. Joe Dark killings. SL9. Perpetrator Joe Dark. Crime, serial murder, sentence, death. Victims, Edward Jones, Edith Kirby, Jeb Bates. Head prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth. Witnesses, Lana Sky and Emma Sky. Executive investigators, Lana Sky. Head investigator, Bruce Goodman. Jake Marshall, Angel Starr. Okay. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Occasionally helping the other way across intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know, you're a patrolman. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling out. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling wind? Never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room the day the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony the day of the crime. In plain old English. So wait, I can't do the accent anymore if he's gonna talk like that? My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room was protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at the street side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time to hit the trail. Did we get anything from that? I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint activated locks in the evidence lockers? Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being very helpful. He's not that good with machines or with following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. I don't know. I really don't know. My job was to keep... Okay, let's just keep pressing them. How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still, even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings. You interred them? Videos, nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape. If nothing unusual was recorded, tapes were to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I'd erase the tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. Okay. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets rules get in his way. No desperados I know joined the police force. It's Officer Marshall on the day of the crime. Between you and me, I didn't stay up in the evidence room that day. There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner, can't say I do. Haven't been in that crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid being fired? I don't know. You used to be a detective, so you used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course, back in the day, in the locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner, I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. That's quite, incredible. The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place? Okay. What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. Not even angel steak lunches can beat that Parlo's Mongol sepia pasta. Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Not at all. Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. That's not what I meant. I hope this at least taught you a lesson. That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, did you not want to raise this year? Out of ammo, Officer Marshall. That's right, partner, or as you call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible regarding the evidence room, witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I'd best keep my cool. Before I use it, though, I'd better up the ante. What can we even present? Hold on. IDs have all entered the evidence room on 221. Bruce Goodman, Mike Meekins, Screwdriver, scene of the stabbing. I'm pretty sure it's this. Hold on. I'm feeling like it's gonna be this because we found his blood prints here, right? Marshall's fingerprints. There we go. We got him. Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects, that is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your bloodstained fingerprints were at the crime scene. The blood was wiped away. However, luminal test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall? About the bloodstained fingerprints? Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime. I'm actually very intrigued to, see how this all ends. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it. Was he? No, he was wearing gloves when he touched Gumshoe's locker, right? Not the other one. The witness' explanation appears valid, although there's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. Alright, this guy's hiding something, I can feel it. That's my chance to prove it. I don't know. Was he wearing a glove? That's because how did you put it, pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean, what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective, the locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Okay. So then, what about the bloody handprint? Wasn't mine, it's no mystery. Please explain. My locker is covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. I don't know about that. Unrelated? They're as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. One's gotta do with breakfast while the other's the type of murder. He's right, although seemingly alike, they're totally different. I don't see what homonyms have to do with this. How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a bloodstain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found on Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint. That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? The seal of blood is in the desert. It's just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider it carefully when we're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now to continue your testimony, Officer Marshall. Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner? What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. That video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Blind spots? Places you can't see. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now. I'm gonna see if I need to... I just don't want to get this wrong. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Should I say evidence? Okay. All right. It says show evidence. Okay. I didn't see what it was. I just said it. I just wanted to know if I needed to. So we're good. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake. Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating. Okay. Alright, let's see. So there's him walking in. What am I looking for here? I'm trying to think. Okay, he's got a knife. Edgeworth's knife. Was that the knife that was used? Huh. Or a switchblade knife. Found in the crime scene, small tag attached. Okay, so he's strangling him. And there's blood on there. I don't know. What should I present? Okay, let's rewind. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Go back. Hold on. Wait, pause. Go back. Wasn't there a claw sticking out of here? There, how's that for evidence? Please allow me to apologize for my colleague, Your Honor. He gets carried away sometimes. Yes, well, this certainly isn't the first. We were forgiven to Officer oh my god, I got it wrong. Alright, we're just gonna look. I don't care anymore. Oh my jeez. Can I even get this done today? Oh, wait a minute. Jake's locker. Yeah, no, it... Wait a minute. Okay, so press... Oh, I gotta skip through all of this again? Oh... Stupid. Alright, hold on. Alright, let's press him here. Like, why can't I skip through all this if I want to, if I've already experienced it? Damn it. There should really be a skip button. Like, once you see it once, you don't have to watch it again. Alright, let's see. So it says, look at Jake's locker, there's a piece of cloth sticking out. I don't see it. Jake's locker's the, like, that one over there, right? This one right here? Okay, it's not there. Okay. Oh! It's right at the end. Oh. Okay, we gotta pause like right at the end. See, I knew it was there, I don't know why it wasn't there at the beginning, but it was there at the end. Okay, so pause. Present. Bringing out our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you had to say in 8 words or less? Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in the certain locker shown in the video. That locker with the white cloth sticking out, that was Witness's, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Why does it have to go so slow, though? Like, why can't we speed it up if we want to? And now it's not there. Oh, the white cloth is gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Order, order. It would seem that's the only... Hold your horses. Sorry, partner. But you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was open? Doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. Murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? This guy isn't just plain dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say I opened that locker. Now prove it. Okay. I mean... It's probably this, right? You can talk the talk alright, but you got a long ways to go before you can walk the... Oh my god. Present the evidence locker. Okay, hold on. Hold on. My bad, I knew what to do, I just didn't do the right thing. Okay, so... Picture of the evidence locker. Where is it? This one, right? Fingerprint sensor? We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. Oh yeah, but I mean, it doesn't really mean he didn't do it. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? I think it's cracking. I only got 1 word for you, partner. No! Did he really do all of this? Order, order, order. Witness, explain yourself. This is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Olay, please answer the question. What is he now, a bullfighter? That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can? Have a look at these floor plans. There is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. The Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so, then where was the witness? See, Mr. Wright has an answer. That's right, the only possible conclusion. Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? I don't want to get this wrong. I don't know. Do I look it up just so I can get through this? Right here? Officer Marshall was standing right here. There, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up like Detective Goodman. That's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he knew for sure. May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Goodman? He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. And then he pulled the knife out. And how did Goodman respond? He pulled a knife on me. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it? Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Goodman's picture is on his ID card. Oh, I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Goodman. You have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? You've got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence to prove that I dressed up as the victim. I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. I can't say I care for your beer, but you don't see me complaining. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim? I think I do, with that blood splatter on his coat. Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. Act, this can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do? It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. I'll pass on to you what someone has told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. The basics? For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Thinking outside of the box. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise, but rather I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Why do you think this locker was open in the first place? What do you mean? There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Goodman at the time of the crime. And after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth? Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot. Very well. Let's take another look at this, I almost said scrutiny, security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker. I'm pretty sure I know. It's gotta be the blood stain, right? It's gotta be. I mean, what else could it be? He tried to, like, wipe the blood, and that's why he put the cloth in there. See, look. Oh, no. Oh, I meant to move the cursor. I need to move the cursor, my bad. Oh my god, I keep forgetting to do that. Okay. I need to, like, okay, so I'm gonna put the cursor right here so I know where it's gonna be, alright? There you go. He's walking in. Checks the locker. There you go. Okay, so we're gonna pause. Okay, here we go. Please let this be it. For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman, entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A bloody white coat. You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner. Oh, jeez. We are, like, very low on time right now. Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated y'all. Hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now, would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did, all of it. Alright, it seems the time has come. Alright, so we have one more confession and then we're on to, the end. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. I managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. So the supposed victim was really you. But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor. It was way too much blood for such a small donation. Okay, so we are very low on time today, so for this part only, I'm gonna have to just like look up the answer, just so I can just fly through it. So hope y'all understand. Okay, so press all of Marshall's statements. Okay. When you say it, you mean, do you even have to ask, partner? The SL9 incident. 2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day. Not if I have anything to do with it. The incident's not over. What did you hope to accomplish by sneaking to the evidence room? When a case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time, no matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. Well, Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? That day was my last chance. That's why Alright, press. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it to fool the security camera and the detective's ID card. I saw that the morning of the incident. So that really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item report. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall. So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself. But you could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. Okay. You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off? Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Officer Meekins certainly is a one-in-a-million type of person. Mistaking the detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID. I'll have to think a little more about his race this year. Why did Edward get so much influence? Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry I had it turn out that way. With me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? I don't know what to say. So you knocked Officer Meekins out and... So you did your research beforehand. Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left. However, you bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins. If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. Opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby. So what you're saying is, on that day, wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. So that was a truth then. But the blood found at the scene strongly indicates a crime took place. What are you, lying? The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole the evidence from the locker. Actually, no I didn't. Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone. What? Mr. Edward, where is that evidence? It's still missing, Your Honor. Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer. This is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. Can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. Witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. I can just forget the S9 incident. You know why? But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room. Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence. Remember the Joe Dark case? It involved serial murders, didn't it? I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something that went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think is his real reason is. I had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. Better take another look at the files. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we have to present the, SO9 incident files. Yep, I figured. Yep. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the S9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the S9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. In a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall, are you related to this man? His dad! Neil Marshall. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago. He received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. What? A prosecutor? He must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award. Now I remember, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the S9 case before I did. That's right, he was killed, and the case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you? He was... Oh, my brother! He was investigating the murders with Damon Gant, the then Deputy of Chief of Police. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. And that's Joe Dark? My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed, at least according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions? There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime. That was the last day the S9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with the resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Sorry, that's Edgeworth. Not satisfied with his resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happened by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department. Chance? It's gotta be more than just that. So if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one. Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. I don't think so. But wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial. Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. It seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner. All the mysteries of the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Sky. And the testimony is one of Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable. If you have a response, make it a single word or less. Arg! I rest my case. Alright, honestly, I think... Do I just call it here? It seems that this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no reason for doubt. Yeah, there's still a bunch we gotta do, apparently. I might need to call it here. I know it's kind of like not what I want to end on, but I think it's probably for the best. But will it save me here, though? Actually, wait, hold on. Seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty. Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant. Hold it! Emma! Your Honor, wait! Alright, we're gonna stop there, I think. That's gonna be a good place to stop. What is Emma doing here? Tune in next time to find out. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure, YouTube, make sure you guys, hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and I will see you guys next time for part 8 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.